An investment budget, des investissements générationnels. We'll meet the moment.
Better than in the room. Okay. Turning the mic off. Prime Minister, Conservative MPs are talking about crossing the floor to your government, sir.
Man of the moment.
Floor crossing to your government. What do you say
A
to that,
budget
sir?
that everyone can support. A budget.
the Berlin Wall. The rules-based international order and the trading system that powered Canada's prosperity for decades are being reshaped, threatening our sovereignty, our prosperity, and our values. Long-standing supply chains and trade relationships that once ensured stable growth in this country from coast to coast to coast, and good job across our nation, and affordable products are being disrupted. Monsieur le Président, l'impact est...
Mr. Speaker, the impact is profound, hurting Canadian companies, affecting workers, disrupting supply chains, and causing uncertainty that holds back investment.
En fait, le niveau...
In fact, the level of uncertainty is higher than what we have seen and felt for generations. It is not a transition. Rather, it is a true generational shift. The challenges are great, but the opportunities for Canada are even greater.
Mr. Speaker, but the opportunities for Canada are even greater. Et c'est dans cet esprit que...
And in this spirit, today, I present to you Budget 2025. As a former finance minister, also from Shawinigan, so eloquently put it,
Humility, but also with confidence, Mr. Speaker. This is Canada. This budget must be generational in its ambition and serve to shape our economy and our nation's future. Il n'y a pas de place pour le retrait.
there is no place for withdrawal, ambiguity, or even standing still. Only for bold and swift action.
Bold and swift action is what is needed. To weather the storm of uncertainty, we will not lower ourselves, Mr. Speaker. Quite the opposite. We will raise them to catch the winds of economic change because we believe in Canada. Nous explorerons de...
We will explore new markets and sell more of the best of what Canada has to offer.
We will build here at home stronger industries, nation-building infrastructures, and millions of more homes for Canadians. We will protect what matters most, our people, our communities, and our sovereignty. And we will empower Canadians by making life more affordable, creating new career opportunities, and ensuring every generation can get ahead. This is how we win. This is how we keep winning, Mr. Speaker.
Hear, hear.
Quand les gens
When people look back on this budget, they will be able to judge the importance of the choices that we have made. Greater autonomy is and continues to be the best approach to achieve real resilience. It is in this spirit that, through Budget 2025, we are building Canada strong. Mr. Speaker, around the world, tariffs have increased. Growth is slowing, and trade relationships are being tested. All of these constraints are being felt across the country by Canadians in their daily lives. Families are seeing this every week when they do their groceries. Renters see it when they pay their rent. Young people are sending out their resumes, but they aren't receiving any offers as a result of their efforts. In factories, in the fields, and in communities across the country, people feel the current economic challenges. Workers are facing fewer shifts, shorter hours, and in some cases, unfortunately, layoffs.
Want to grow, but uncertainty is understandably making them wait. And for many, it feels like opportunity is slipping just a little further out of reach. That's why we need to act, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, these are the realities Canadian workers and their families are facing. They are doing everything they can to keep moving forward in uncertain times. And through it all, the Canadian economy has held steady. Forecasters now expect modest GDP growth of just above 1% in 2025. C'est la résilience des Canadiens et des Canadiennes.
The resilience of Canadians is earning us the respect of our foreign partners. It is this same resilience that gives me confidence in the future. This very resilience also gives Canadians confidence in the future.
Trading partner fundamentally reshapes all of its trading relationship. There are two responses, Mr. Speaker. You can slash the deficit, hope for the best, wait for the uncertainty to unexpectedly disappear, and see if it trickles down ever comes. That approach to balance the budget this year would have to eliminate vital social programs and all the capital investments needed for Canada's future. We chose a different path, Mr. Speaker, a path that believes in Canada, a path that invests in our country's future, a path that reinforces Canadian values, a path that makes us less resilient on our trading partner, a path that allows us to be master in our own house, Mr. Speaker. We chose Canada. We chose Canada. And I hope every member of this House will choose Canada as well, Mr. Speaker. I hope they will all choose Canada, parce que nous voulons tous et toutes être.
Because we all want to be masters of our own home, Mr. Speaker. We all believe in Canada, Mr. Speaker.
Speaker, when our steel, aluminum, forestry, auto, and agriculture industries were hit by U.S. tariff and trade disruptions, we did not stand by and wait for the storm to pass. We stepped in with the most comprehensive set of trade resilience measures in Canadian history, because this is who we are as Canadians, Mr. Speaker. This is who we are. When times get tough, we stand together, because we are Canadian. The government launched the Strategic Response Fund that my colleagues have been leading, allocating $5 billion to help sectors impacted by tariffs to adapt, to diversify, and to grow. Businesses can use the fund to invest in the design of new products, retool plants to boost productivity, or offset the cost of accessing new markets. Because we want our industry to succeed, we want them to be able to make this pivot, Mr. Speaker. Because we believe in our workers, we believe in our industry, we believe in our future, we believe in Canada. Nous avons également mis en place un programme de liquidité.
We have also introduced a $1 billion liquidity relief package to help small and medium-sized businesses, because these businesses help our great country grow and they employ millions of Canadians. So this relief package will help businesses adapt, and it will include a new skills retraining program that will benefit 50,000 workers, Mr. Speaker. We believe that Canadian workers are at the very core of our strategy.
Which are probably wondering today, we will be there to help you increase your competitiveness within the Canadian market. Pour nos travailleurs de
To our aluminum workers, we will be there to help you modernize your smelters and to open up new markets.
To our auto workers, we will fight alongside you to keep our auto plants in Canada, Mr. Speaker. canola producers, we know the times are hard and we are working not only to restore your market access, Mr. Speaker, but to expand it. And the recent trip of the Prime Minister in Asia was one of them. We are going to work tirelessly to expand your market. We believe in you, we believe in your industry, and we will do what it takes to make sure that you can sell your products around the world. Ces secteurs stratégiques sont
These strategic sectors are at the forefront of this generational change. We will ensure they are strong, resilient, and ready to lead our economic transition from dependence to resilience.
We're going to move this economy, Mr. Speaker, to be more resilient. We're going to move from reliance to resilience because we want Canada to succeed not only today, but for generations to come. We're going to move from uncertainty to prosperity, Mr. Speaker, because we understand that investing in Canada is the best way to ensure prosperity for generations to come. Le budget de 2025, Monsieur le Président, a
Mr. Speaker, Budget 2025 is our response. It is for all Canadians. It is a plan for resilience. Budget 2025 is rooted in confidence, focused on results, and designed to ensure that Canada not only weathers this storm, but emerges even stronger from it.
the words of a previous finance minister when in 1995 he presented his budget. And he said at the time, our very way of life as Canadians is being tested. And there are times in the progress of people when fundamental choices must be made and a new course charted. For Canada, Mr. Speaker, this is one of those times. Et je dirais, Monsieur le Président, que nous...
Mr. Speaker, I would say that today we are also facing a unique moment in the history of our great country. The Prime Minister has called on our country to look beyond today's challenges and to embark on a path that will redefine Canada for generations to come. Why? Because we believe in Canada, Mr. Speaker. The Prime Minister asked each of us to focus on what we can control and to take bold, ambitious action.
In the strength of Canadians, Mr. Speaker. I have confidence in our ability as a nation to meet the moment. I have confidence that together we can build Canada, protect our way of life, and empower Canadians like never before, because we believe in Canada, Mr. Speaker.
Hear, hear.
It is interesting to note, Mr. Speaker, and all Canadians who are watching and those with us today would know, Canada has what the world needs and what the world increasingly wants, Mr. Speaker. It goes from our product to our technology to our values. Mr. Speaker, Canada is inspiring the world. We are an energy superpower in both clean and conventional energy. Nous sommes l'un des principaux.
We are among the top producers of critical minerals and a world leader in artificial intelligence.
Nous avons un
We have unmatched market access, as we are the only country in the G7 with free trade agreements with every other G7 nation.
Nous avons les gens.
We have the people, we have the resources, we have the stability necessary to prosper and to compete in the new economy before us.
Ainsi,
So, Canada enters this period of transformation from a position of strength.
Speaker, the world is changing, but Canada is strong. We're going to build Canada strong together. We're going to empower Canadians, and we're going to defend our sovereignty, Mr. Speaker. Canadians have done it before. We will do it again. Canada also has the lowest net debt to GDP ratio in the G7, and the federal debt to GDP ratio will remain stable over the budget horizon. We also have one of the lowest deficits in the G7 and one of the strongest fiscal positions in the world. Yes, Mr. Speaker, we have a strong fiscal position, a strong base to work for, a strong base to invest, Mr. Speaker. And we must use this fiscal power to make generational investment because we believe in Canada. And as the managing director of the International Monetary Fund recently said, both Germany and Canada recognize that in this very testing time, they need to use their fiscal space. In the case of Canada, the Canadian authorities have been very decisive to take action in the context of changing relations with their main trading partner. Mr. Speaker, Canada is recognized on the world stage as a country with the fiscal capacity to invest, to grow its economy, to invest in its people, and to protect its sovereignty. That recognition matters because it affirms something fundamental about this country. When times are difficult, we do not retreat. We advance, we invest, Mr. Speaker, and that's what Budget 2025 is all about. Budget 2025 is a plan to catalyze investments from provinces, territories, municipalities, indigenous communities, and the private sector. With this plan, in 5 years, we will enable $1 trillion in total investment in this country, Mr. Speaker. Enable $1 trillion of investment. Conservative are silenced in their heart, they support that, Mr. Speaker, because I know that they will take the break week to go around and tell their constituent how great we're going to see this country and all the investment we're going to see. Hear, hear. And I know in their heart I can see them.
Canada is one of the best places in the world to invest, and we are going to make it even better. This fiscal strength allows us to make historic investments, not only today, but also for future generations.
To Canadians who feel the strain of these times, our message is clear. We will not back down. We will be there for you now and for as long as it takes. We will do what Canadians do best in times of need. We look after one another. We help each other. That's the Canadian way. That's our way, Mr. Speaker.
Meeting this great challenge, Mr. Speaker, requires both ambition and discipline. We need to be ambitious in our investments and rigorous in our spending. And that's why this budget charts a new course for Canada's public finances. Because Canadians expect their government to achieve results. And to get there, we must spend less on operations so we can invest more in Canada's future. First, a new capital budgeting framework, separating our day-to-day spending from the investments that build our future. This reform will allow Canadians to better understand where their money goes, and it will ensure that each dollar helps strengthen our productivity.
Mr. Speaker, we will make capital investment a national priority. Mieux budgéter.
Better budgeting also means presenting the budget at the best time. From now on, the federal budget will be presented in the fall, aligning with the construction season and better supporting provinces, municipalities, as well as contractors in the delivery of their project.
Build this country, and we have a lot to do, and we're going to do it together, Mr. Speaker. And what you see in this budget and in this Prime Minister is that we have a roadmap, Mr. Speaker, to build Canada strong. We understand that there's things we need to do on our side to make sure we can build like never before, and this is the plan to do it. Second, it's all about discipline. The Prime Minister has been clear. Canada's new government will spend less, so we can invest more. Mr. Speaker, our budget puts forward $60 billion in saving over 5 years, Mr. Speaker. Canadians have been tightening their belt for quite some time, and it's only natural that we put our house in order as well. And we're going to make sure to the exercise we've done, Mr. Speaker, we found these savings, we did the hard work, we took the tough decision, but you know what? That's what Canadians expect from us. We have a strong mandate. They tell us, do what must be done. That's what we did, Mr. Speaker, and we're going to continue to do. So let me be clear. We are protecting the vital services. While we did that, Mr. Speaker, let me be very clear for all the Canadians watching at home. We are protecting the vital services that you rely on, including childcare, dental care, pharma care, because those are essential and vital for families across our nation. This is who we are as Canadians, Mr. Speaker, and we're going to remain true to our values. Et en faisant des choix
And we are making responsible and pragmatic choices to reduce inefficiencies and focus government initiatives on our core priorities.
Called the Government Comprehensive Expenditure Review, we are focusing investment on initiatives that meet their objectives and complement, rather than duplicate, services delivered by other levels of government. Mr. Speaker, we have looked at how we can streamline programs, how we can right-size, how can we use technology, how can we use AI with one goal in mind to provide better service to Canadians, to be more efficient, because Canadians deserve the best service from their government, and we will deliver. Mr. Speaker, we will cut red tape, we will digitize services and make them faster, simpler, and easier to access. Nous allons encourager
We are encouraging the adoption of new technologies across government, including Made in Canada sovereign AI tools through a new digital transformation office. Because, Mr. Speaker, we understand the potential of this digital transformation, and Canada will be both a global leader in this and in service delivery.
A more effective government that can deliver smarter, faster, and more effective services to Canadians. Since 2019, the federal public service population has grown at a rate which is far greater than the Canadian population, Mr. Speaker. We must get the size of our public service back to a sustainable level that is keeping with best practices. But as we are, Mr. Speaker, we will do that with fairness and compassion, because we appreciate the work of every civil servant in this country. We appreciate their service. We appreciate their work. We value their contribution to our country. And whilst we do that, Mr. Speaker, we will make our tax system fairer. Third, we need clear fiscal anchors to provide the predictability and clarity to the world and to Canadians. We will balance day-to-day operating spending with revenues by 2028, 2029, shifting the budget towards investments that grow the economy. Mr. Speaker, this is a pivotal moment in Canada's history. We're going to make sure that the dollar that people entrust in us will be invested to grow Canada. We will maintain a declining deficit to GDP ratio, ensuring that the discipline today while investing in our collective future. Les mesures proposées dans
The measures proposed in Budget 2025 put us on the right path to achieve our investment goals. Mr. Speaker, we will create a business environment that attracts an unprecedented flow of private capital into the energy, infrastructure, housing, and defense sectors. Mr. Speaker, this budget is one of investment, generational investment for this generation and future generations. Mr. Speaker, this is because we believe in Canada.
Nos investissements vont
Our investments will focus on our economic success and focus on productivity, because productivity means doing more with less, because that's the best way to improve the lifestyles of Canadians. The 2025 budget will not only accelerate construction in housing and infrastructure, but across the country. It will also strengthen Canada's position as a fiscally competitive jurisdiction and one of the best places in the world to invest.
That is a great place to invest, but together with Budget 2025, we're going to make it even greater, Mr. In short, Canada is the place to be. Canada is the place to invest. Canada is the place to grow, Mr. Speaker. And we're proud to serve Canadians. Monsieur le Président,
Mr. Speaker, budgets are not about doing everything. They're about what's necessary and doing it well.
les axés
We're putting forward a firm, fair, and results-driven plan, the kind of reform Canadians are asking for and the kind that's always served our country well.
plan will invest $280 billion over 5 years in capital to strengthen Canada's productivity, competitiveness, and resilience. On a cash basis, this is an historic investment of $450 billion, Mr. Speaker, in Canada. And we're going to do all that because we believe in Canada. We believe in Canadians. We believe in our workers. We believe in our future, Mr. Speaker. Ces investissements
These generational investments will drive growth in every region, Mr. Speaker, and create good middle-class jobs, the kind of jobs that allow young people and families to plan for the future with confidence.
Our generational investment will focus on 4 key priorities. Housing, to restore affordability and opportunity. Infrastructure, to connect Canadians and accelerate growth. Defense and security, to protect our sovereignty and our communities. Productivity and competitiveness, to lead and make Canada an innovation powerhouse, the innovation powerhouse of the 21st century. Il ne s'agit pas de
And these are not abstract priorities. They are the foundations of a stronger, more ambitious and competitive Canada, because we believe in Canada.
Président.
Mr. Speaker, our task now is to turn our fiscal strength into national purpose. For generations, together, Canadians have undertaken major projects that have connected our regions, energized our industries, and defined our identity. For more than 1 century, Mr. Speaker.
Economy Act of last June continues that tradition, a very proud tradition. It removed barriers to internal trade, accelerate approvals for major projects, and strengthens the economic union that binds our province and territories together. We are completing the unfinished work of Confederation, Mr. Speaker. We are going to complete the unfinished work of Confederation, ensuring that wherever a product is made in Canada, it can be sold in Canada, where trade and opportunity flow freely across provincial lines. Mr. Speaker, this is about Canada. If you build something in one part of the country, you ought to be able to sell it across the country, because we believe in Canada. Bonne nouvelle, notre
Good news, our government won't stop there, but also launch the next generation of nation-building projects. Highways, airstrips, ports, electrical grids, and digital corridors will define the next century of Canadian growth. And thanks to these investments, we will connect regions strengthen supply chains across the country, and create hundreds of thousands of high-paying jobs in every region of this big country.
Structure Fund, Mr. Speaker, will expand possibilities and opportunities like never before in Canada's North, Mr. Speaker. We should all be proud as Canadian. We're going to make historic investment in Canada's North. This is a great moment for the country. And we will build infrastructure in communities all across Canada with the new Build Communities Strong Fund, Mr. Speaker. As we build million more homes, we'll need infrastructure like roads to build new neighborhoods. This fund will help build that. New neighborhoods will lead to new communities across our country that will want recreational and athletic center. This fund will help build that. And the new communities will need new hospital. This fund will help build that. This fund will build Canada strong. This fund will build our communities strong. This fund will build Canada strong, Mr. Speaker. And something I'm very proud of, and I think the Prime Minister would join me in that, we will do all this by being our own best customer to the new Buy Canadian policy. It's about time that we put Canadian suppliers first.
When the government buys, Canadian suppliers will be our first choice whenever possible. Full stop. Because we believe in Canada. We will use
Steel made by our workers in Hamilton and Sault Ste. Marie. Nous utiliserons
We will use aluminum cast in Saguenay-Lac-Saint-Jean, Bécancour, and Kitimat, and we will use softwood lumber cut in Thunder Bay, Prince George, and even in my region of Latuque.
workers. We will support our country. We will support our industry. Monsieur le Président,
Mr. Speaker, I'll give you an example. Yesterday in St. Tite, a small rural city in my riding, I visited Boulay Boots, a family business that has been making boots since 1933. I even had the opportunity to build part of the shoes that I'm proudly wearing today with the help of many skilled workers. A reminder of the craftsmanship and pride that make the Canadian manufacturing industry so strong. Mr. Speaker, the shoes I proudly wear today are the same ones worn by RCMP officers.
I know the Conservative would wish they would have a pair too. Mr. Speaker, these shoes have been made in Canada by Canadian for Canadians. That's the way to go, Mr. Speaker. That's how you build a Canada strong. C'est tout le sens.
And that's what Buy Canadian is all about. Good jobs, resilient communities, and pride in what we're building together.
It's all about good jobs. It's all about resilient communities in our cities and in rural communities across our nation. And this is about pride in what we build, pride in Canada, pride in our workers. That's how you build a strong country. Mr. Speaker, Canada has a legacy of builders. We are a nation of builders. That same spirit of building at home has defined Canada for generations. We have done this before. Back in 1945, just after the war, Canada had to do big things. A so-called, at the time, Minister of Everything, the great CDL, banked on the boundless potential of Canada to make big change in our country. He was not afraid to bet big on Canadians. Neither we are, Mr. Speaker, because we believe in Canada. This budget is guided by the strong conviction that Canada must remain a nation of builders, of infrastructure and of innovation, of trust in public institutions and hope for generations to come. This nation knows how to build. We built the Canadian Pacific Railway in 1885, allowing our country to be connected from coast to coast and supporting trade across the prairies. We built the St. Lawrence Seaway, more recently in 1959, creating a deep water route from the Great Lakes to the Atlantic Ocean. Et plus récemment, nous avons construit les...
And recently, we built the James Bay Hydroelectric Facility in 1985, providing abundant clean energy to power Canadian industries and enabling Canada to become one of the world's top producers of renewable hydroelectric energy. Mr. Speaker.
Of Canada, that's why we want to build a Canada strong together. Each generation has taken on its share of the work and left the next generation stronger for it. We will do it again because we believe in Canada.
Hear, hear.
With planned investment of $115 billion in infrastructure over 5 years, we will meet the moment. That's what Canadians expect from their government. They know what's going on. They want us to meet the moment, and we'll meet that moment. And we will build the backbone of Canada's next economy. Our task is simple, but it's profound. To turn plans into projects, to turn projects into careers, and to turn careers into prosperity, Mr. Speaker. That's what we are committed to do. That's what we will do with Canadians across the nation. And to do so, we will do that in a way that protects our future, that also protects our nature, and also protect our core values. Building a true partnership with Indigenous people whose stewardship and knowledge of the land continue to guide us today. Because we do not just build for ourselves. Because we do not build just for ourselves, we build for those who will follow us. I'm often reminded of the 7th-generation principle. Rooted in Indigenous teachings, a reminder that every decision we take must consider its impact on future generations. Mr. Speaker, we will build Canada strong, but we will build with Canadian values. Mais un pays fort, Monsieur le Président.
Mr. Speaker, a strong country invests not only in its economy, but also in its identity. Over the past year, Canadians have shown what Canada is truly made of. When global uncertainty tested us, we looked to each other. People asked where their food was grown and chose to buy from local farmers and producers. Families traveled across the country and rediscovered its beauty from coast to coast to coast. Communities rallied around Canadian businesses, creators, and workers. That, Mr. Speaker, is what it means to be Canadian, to stand up for one another, to build together, and to take pride in what we make, grow, and create here at home. That is what it means to be Canadian, Mr. Speaker, and that is why we are here to defend Canada. We are a bilingual, diverse, and compassionate country, shaped by reconciliation, equality, and respect. Mr. Speaker, we believe in a strong Canada. Mr. Speaker, our government is investing heavily to help Canadians get ahead.
I think this is something that speaks to everyone. Every young people in the country, every family around the country, everyone listening today. Canada faces steep housing supply gap that has threatened affordability. And our minister has been doing great work to make sure we have more supply and continue to do so. We need to make sure that, Canadians across the nation can find a home. And because when they find a home, this is the best way to build their lives. And therefore, we want to be there for them. Budget 2025 is, Mr. Speaker, the most ambitious housing plan since the Second World War. This is what we're delivering for Canadians. The moment calls for it, and we are meeting the moment, Mr. Speaker. The Prime Minister has been clear. We need to build in this country. We need to build faster. We need to build bigger. We need to build now. We need to build Canada strong. We have put in this budget record investment of $13 billion over 5 years in our flagship home building initiative. The bill
what the Bloc Québécois asked in order to maybe support the budget about elders, about healthcare transfers, about what we did ask, but one thing that was not given to Quebecers and given to everybody else would have been good for all Canadians, not only Quebecers. Still, the answer is no. This is a red conservative budget, which Mr. Harper might have signed. And there's nothing for Quebecers in there, absolutely nothing. We did ask what was basically the object of a large consensus within the population of Quebec. And the answer from a Quebecer, Mr. Champagne, is blunt, no.
The Liberals are trying to approach anyone from your party to cross the floor?
I'd be quite surprised. We are about as close to Liberals as Quebec is from New Zealand. It's the other side of the world.
Monsieur Blanchet, les députés bloquistes vont-ils rester bloquistes? Ou est-ce qu'on pourrait être courtisé par les libéraux?
for 22 million Canadians. That is the first thing we did. That is the very first thing we did. And then we brought down gas prices by 18 cents per liter when we canceled the consumer carbon price.
Yes.
See, even the Conservatives are cheering, Mr. Speaker. And they should be cheering about that as well because we made permanent the National School Food Program. Helping 100,000 children each year. I know in the heart they support it, Mr. Speaker. Hey, Monsieur le Président.
And Mr. Speaker, we launched automatic federal benefits, reaching 5.5 million low-income Canadians to ensure that no one gets left behind. We are going to strengthen competition in the telecommunications and banking sectors in order to drive down costs.
These are practical measures that make life more affordable today and build confidence in tomorrow. Because when Canadians can afford a home, when Canadians can raise a family, when Canadians can plan for the future, our entire country grows stronger. Because
prosperity is only meaningful when it's shared and when all Canadians can see themselves in the promise of this country.
Budget is that every Canadian should feel that there's something for them. Because it's not only about today, it's about future generation. It's about building for them. It's about making sure that we'll have a very strong country for generations to come. And as the Prime Minister has said, there can be no prosperity without security. Let me repeat, there can be no prosperity without security. And Mr. Speaker, in that vein, I am sure that every member And I will look across the aisle and I look in the eyes of every member of this House. Every member in this House would agree that we do need to protect our people, our communities, and our country. Every Canadian expects every member of this House to be there for them. When it comes to security and our sovereignty, Mr. Speaker, we all should be rising and defend what we're proposing. Because, Mr. Speaker, a confident nation that protects its sovereignty at home and its interest abroad through strength, stability, and partnership with allies, we share our values. This is what we're doing, Mr. Speaker. Et avec 30
And with $30 billion over 5 years, Budget 2025 represents the largest defense investment in decades.
Mr. Speaker, yes, let's cheer our people. I have even more good news, Mr. Speaker. We will meet our 2% NATO commitment this year. We will modernize NORAD. We will reinforce our Arctic defense. And we will equip our brave men and women of the Canadian Armed Forces with the infrastructure and technology that they need to safeguard our nation. And we will do that because we believe in Canada. With our new Defense Investment Agency and Defense Industrial Strategy, we will build up Canada's defense industry, strengthening Canadian businesses and supporting Canadian workers and creating good union jobs, Mr. Speaker, across our country. Our work on defense will strengthen Canadian Research Centre. It will strengthen Canadian communities in the North, working with our Inuit and First Nation partners across our country by building dual-use infrastructure like ports and runways to make sure that every community, when we invest, can benefit, Mr. Speaker. Notre plan va créer de
Our plan will create new jobs for engineers, technicians, and scientists in sectors like aerospace, shipbuilding, cybersecurity, and AI. We're going to hire 1,000 new Border Services officers and 1,000 new RCMP officers to secure our borders and keep our communities safe. Finally, by investing in law enforcement and justice reform, we will tackle organized crime, gun violence, and auto theft.
Nous allons investir.
We're also going to invest and continue with passion and determination, as my colleague, the minister responsible, is doing, the important work with the provinces and territories to end gender-based violence. My colleague is working hard on that, and we are going to support her. We are going to keep supporting her.
Because every Canadian should feel safe, Mr. Speaker. And I want to commend the leadership of my colleague. She's extraordinary. She knows who she is, but I cannot pronounce her name in the House. But she knows who she is because she's been there and leading the way, Mr. Speaker, to make sure that, we invest and that we continue the important work across our nation. Alors que nous établissons des...
As we strengthen our security partnerships, it's essential that we also deepen our economic partnerships. In order to build a stronger future, we have to increase trade, innovate faster, and play a leadership role in clean and conventional energy. Mr. Speaker, trade has always been one of Canada's strengths, connecting our population, our resources, and our industries to the rest of the world. But too much of that trade depends on a single partner.
We are launching a trade diversification strategy supported by a Trade Diversification Corridors Fund to expand Canada's reach, double our overseas export within a decade, which will unlock $300 billion in new opportunities for Canadian business and Canadian workers. This is good news if you're a small and medium-sized business. This is good news if you're an exporter. This is good news because now you see we're going to expand our market. We're going to bring what Canada has to offer to the world. Nous allons
We are going to strengthen ports, railways, and ports of entry. We will reduce bottlenecks, and we will open faster routes to global markets. Because when Canadian businesses are competitive and successful abroad, Canadian workers and communities prosper right here at home.
Mr. Speaker, Canada, I think we can agree on, all of us can agree on that, is the best place to live. Canada is the best place to live. And it's the reason why top talent from around the world want to come here, because they see opportunities and possibilities to contribute to cutting-edge research in our country. With our flagship international talent attraction strategy of more than $1.7 billion, we will make sure that the best and brightest continue to choose Canada to innovate, to invent, and to grow our industry, Mr. Speaker. The best and brightest will come here in Canada. This is how you build a Canada strong, Mr. Speaker, by making a generational investment of $115 billion over 5 years in measures that will drive productivity and competitiveness. We will supercharge growth in Canada and become the strongest economy in the G7 because we believe in Canada. Let me be clear to all the Canadians watching at home tonight. Productivity is not about working harder. It's about working smarter. It's about working smarter. It's about how well we mobilize ideas, how well our workers, how well we can mobilize workers, investment, and innovation to generate growth. It's what drives up the wages in our country, improves living standard, and strengthens public services, Mr. Speaker.
For too long, Canada's productivity has been lagging, a challenge we can and must overcome.
Intelligence will be the defining technology of our time, just like electricity was in the last century. L'intelligence artificielle va jouer un rôle.
AI will play a key role along with quantum and other advanced technologies to put Canada on a path of sustained growth.
It's the very first country in the world to have an AI national strategy and an AI quantum strategy. We know how to lead. We have some of the best researchers, and some of them have won even Nobel Prize, Mr. Speaker. We have the brain, we have the capacity, we have the will. We will lead, Mr. Speaker, because we believe in Canada. Productivity and innovation powerhouse, Mr. Speaker, through a number of measures. The first is our productivity super deduction to create the right climate for businesses to invest in new machinery, equipment, and technology. A bold expansions of projects of national interest in artificial intelligence, in clean technology, and in advanced manufacturing. We will turn Canadian innovation into industrial strength. And we will enhance tax incentives for Canadian builders to conduct research and development in this country and make it seamless for them to apply to these essential tax credits that will drive innovation and productivity. Mr. Speaker, this budget 2025 is about productivity and competitiveness. This is about a roadmap for Canada to be the place to invest. It's already great. We're going to make it greater together. Obviously, budget can seem, and numbers in budget can seem a bit abstract for people watching and wondering what it means to them. But let me make it very concrete. As I said earlier, this budget will unleash $1 trillion in total investment over the next 5 years. That would boost average wage in Canada by some $3,000 a year, Mr. Speaker. That's what it means for workers. That's what it means for families. That's what it means for Canadians. It would add $15 billion to federal revenues that can support healthcare, lower your taxes, and pay down Canada's debt. We chose Canada. We will make Canada strong because we believe in Canada. Throughout our history, Mr. Speaker, we have opened our doors to the world. We have always welcomed those fleeing the most difficult situations, those who seek to study at our world-class universities, and those willing to share their expertise and drive innovation in Canada. Those who wanted to contribute to Canada. Mr. Speaker, we are taking back control over the immigration system and putting Canada on a trajectory to bring immigration back to sustainable levels, allowing us to fulfill the promise of Canada to those who call it home. Our plan will restore control, will provide clarity and consistency to the immigration system while maintaining compassion in our choices and driving competitiveness in our economy. Notre plan va permettre d'assurer un meilleur contrôle.
Our plan will restore control over our immigration system while maintaining an approach based on our Canadian values.
Competitiveness. L'action climatique n'est pas seulement une obligation.
Climate action is more than just a moral duty. It is economically necessary. In order to foster competitiveness and growth, we must be a leader in the low-emission economy. Our climate competitiveness strategy turns Canada's natural wealth, like our critical minerals and clean energy, into lasting prosperity. Reducing our emissions is essential to protecting the competitiveness of Canada's energy sectors. We are introducing a comprehensive suite of clean economy investment tax credits, measures that are already generating billions of dollars in private capital for projects in hydrogen, carbon capture, and clean electricity.
Mr. Speaker, Canada is the place to invest, but we understand also that this is not only the right thing to do, but it's the smart thing to do. And I want to commend the work of my colleagues who have been leading the effort on that, because these investments will allow us to modernize our networks. They will allow us to have projects of national interest, and they will also make sure that we connect Canada with our electricity network. Monsieur le Président, en devenant un chiffre de file mondial.
Mr. Speaker, by becoming a global leader in clean technology and clean energy, Canada can strengthen its competitive advantage, and Canada can also help our industries thrive in the global economy.
Talk about our youth, Mr. Speaker, because our youth is the future of this nation. Nous avons au Canada les travailleurs les plus
In Canada, we have the most skilled and talented workers, as well as the most educated workforce in the world. We can all be very proud of that.
And I know my colleague joined me. We know that it's because of the talent, the expertise, the dedication of our workers that Canada wins. They are the best worker in the world. That's why you see investment. Every day they go to work. And obviously, Mr. Speaker, it's thanks to their service, their service to our nation, their talent, that we can succeed, and we will continue to work with them to make Canada the place to invest. Le budget 2025 est
Budget 2025 expands learning, training, and growth opportunities for young people.
Il crée des nouvelles.
Budget 2025 creates new pathways for careers in construction, in clean energy, and in advanced manufacturing.
Il est essentiel que nous donnions.
It is essential that we give the next generation the confidence and skills needed to succeed.
Speaker, when we talk about youth and the future generation, I think every member in this House should pay attention because they are the future of our country. Through a suite of new measures, we will extend union training, extend the tax credit to personal support workers who have been doing work, and they're always there for our people and enhance labor mobility. Mr. Speaker, Canadian workers will drive Canada's economic transformation with new skills and training, and they will seize the exciting and high-paying careers and good union jobs that it will create. In the words of the Canadian Labour Congress, these measures signal a shift towards putting workers at the heart of Canada's economic strategy. We should all be proud, Mr. Speaker. Workers will always be at the heart of our economic strategy. This is how we give Canadians the tool they need to shape the future. This is how we build Canada strong. En conclusion, Monsieur le Président.
To conclude, Mr. Speaker, the budget that I am tabling today is our framework for Canada's future. It is a roadmap to prosperity and resilience.
It all comes down to a choice between two visions. One vision of resignation, a vision that would scale back the vital support Canadians rely on, make it harder for families to find a home, and leave our country more vulnerable, poorer, and dependent. And another vision, one rooted in confidence, confidence in Canadian, and in the belief that by making generational investments today, we can build lasting prosperity for tomorrow. By putting more money in people's pocket, by ensuring every Canadian can retire with dignity, by making the dream of homeownership a reality once again, by building the infrastructure our city needs to grow, by keeping our community safe for our children and our parents. That is the path we choose, Mr. Speaker. That is the path of Budget 2025.
Yes.
I see even smile on the other side, Mr. Speaker. It's a good sign. It's a good sign. It's a good sign. Budget 2025 makes our choice clear. We choose confidence over resignation. We chose to empower Canadians to build this country together and protect what we hold dear. Monsieur le Président, il s'agit d'une question.
Mr. Speaker, this is about confidence in ourselves, in our capacity to adapt, and in the promise of this great country.
That builds, protect, and empower. It's about moving from reliance to resilience and from uncertainty to prosperity. Let's seize the moment. Let's build Canada strong because we are and will always be the true north, strong and free. Vive le Canada!
Questions and comments. The honourable member for Calgary East. Calgary East. Questions and comments. Questions and comments. Joliette Manawan.
The member for Joliette-Manawan. Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I thank the Minister of Finance for his speech. It was as long as a speech by Fidel Castro would have been. Now, the minister says that this is a generational budget. When we read the budget, we see that there will be $115 billion spent on infrastructure, but then when you really get into the numbers, there won't even be $2 billion in new infrastructure spending per year, despite the fact that the deficit is incredibly high. Is this what he means by generational investment? Thank you, Mr. Speaker. The Honourable Minister of Finance. Mr. Speaker, I have the utmost respect for my colleague. My answer is yes, of course this is a generational investment budget. I know that Quebecers are watching, and for the first time, Mr. Speaker, through our infrastructure fund, there will also be funding earmarked for health infrastructure. That's something that Quebec has asked us for. They asked us to invest in healthcare, in clinics, and in hospitals, so that every Quebecer and every Canadian can have access to modern infrastructure, Mr. Speaker. We have answered Quebec's call. We have answered the call of Quebecers. We're doing what Canadians have asked for. Mr. Speaker, our infrastructure investment plan is generational. It will make our communities stronger, and we should all be very proud of that, Mr. Speaker.
Honourable member for Calgary East.
The Liberals have sacrificed the future of young Canadians. The deficit is a massive $80 billion this year. More inflation, higher costs. The Prime Minister...
The honourable member for Calgary East from the top, please.
Numbers don't lie, Mr. Speaker. The Liberals have sacrificed the future of young Canadians. The deficit is a massive $80 billion this year. More inflation, higher costs. The Prime Minister promised he would spend less and again broke his promise and is spending more. He's forcing young Canadians to sacrifice more so he can spend more. After 10 years of this Liberal government, housing costs have doubled. Food bank usage has doubled. Youth employment is the lowest it's been in 25 years. The cost on the interest of this government's debt is more than GST revenues or what goes to provinces in healthcare transfers. And today, the finance minister had a choice to make. Food prices could have came down. They could have been cheaper, but again, he refused to do this. The Liberals kept in place their industrial carbon tax, their food packaging tax, the clean fuel standard, and added $18 billion of inflationary fuel to the fire. Why did the finance minister leave in place Liberal hidden food taxes and force higher food costs on single mothers, seniors, and young Canadians?
The Honourable Minister of Finance.
Mr. Speaker, we made a clear choice. We chose Canadian, Mr. Speaker. That is the thing. I know the budget has many pages. Maybe my colleague missed a chapter, Mr. Speaker. But let me help him because we have a bit of time. We have a bit of time. Mr. Speaker, we made the choice to invest in Canadians. We made the choice to protect and build our communities. We made the choice to invest in our young people. We made the choice to invest in our worker. We made the choice to invest in housing. We made the choice to invest in infrastructure. We made the choice to invest in productivity and competitiveness. We made the choice to invest in our defense, Mr. Speaker. And I hope that they will see and their concern will be watching. Will they make the choice to invest in Canadians as well? On this side of the House, the answer is clear, Mr. Speaker. We will take no lessons from the Conservative, but we'll take lessons from history.
L'honorable député de Richmond-Arthabasca.
The Honourable Member for Richmond-Arthabasca. Mr. Speaker, even ratings agencies are now sounding the alarm. For the first time in 30 years, do you know what, Mr. Speaker? Quebec's credit rating has been downgraded. Why? Because investment spending is beyond what Quebecers can afford. Do you know what else? This Liberal government is doing exactly the same thing, with capital spending beyond the ability of what Canadians can pay for. This government has already swiped our children's credit cards, our grandchildren's credit cards, and now even our great-grandchildren's credit cards. After 10 years of Liberal deficits, the Liberals have mortgaged the future of an entire generation. Canadians have had enough. Young people have lost hope. How long will this government continue to dig itself deeper into debt on the backs of our children to finance its inflationary spending?
L'honorable ministre des Finances.
The Honourable Minister of Finance. Mr. Speaker, all right. Let's give them a chance to understand what we're saying. There is a difference between operating expenditures and investment, and he should be happy. Everyone should be happy that we will be investing in infrastructure. There may even be investments in health infrastructure, Mr. Speaker. The plan we are putting forward today is an investment plan. It is a generational, once-in-a-generation budget, once-in-a-generation investment. Mr. Speaker, we hope that Canadians tuning in at home understand that we need to invest in our prosperity for the future. We need to invest in our young people, in our workers, in our industries, and in Canada. We must invest in Canada because on this side of the House, Mr. Speaker, we believe in Canada. The Honourable Member for Repentigny. Since this government has been in office, they have backtracked on all sorts of climate engagement. There's no more money for EVs. They're investing in pipeline projects, liquefied natural gas projects. They told us that we would have a climate competitiveness strategy. There's only $189 million in the budget, and only a small bit of that is for critical minerals. So there's only $4 million left for their climate strategy. Are they quite literally giving up the fight against climate change? The Honourable Minister of Finance. Mr. Speaker, I understand that there's a lot of information in the budget. It's a lot for my colleague to read today. There is an entire chapter on climate competitiveness because, Mr. Speaker, we know that that's the right thing to do, but also the smart thing to do. My colleague will be happy to read it. I'll let him read the budget tonight. There is also investment for clean technology. On this side of the House, we know full well that we can build a strong, low-emissions economy. Mr. Speaker, this budget meets that challenge. We're here for this generation and future generations. We are investing in Canadian industry. The Honourable Member for Rosemont, La Petite Patrie. Mr. Speaker, Quebecers and Canadians are living through an unemployment crisis. There is a historic high in unemployment rates, especially for young people. Yet, this government wants to cut 40,000 public servants. Those are good unionized jobs, good jobs for Canadians with families, and the Liberals want to cut those jobs. Each of those public servants are providing services to Canadians and to Quebecers who need those services. During the election, the Prime Minister promised that he would cap the number of people employed by the public service, but not cut positions. Why is the Liberal government breaking its promise and cutting good jobs and services at a time when people need them the most? The Honourable Minister of Finance. Mr. Speaker, I thank my colleague for his question. I would like to reassure all public servants that we believe that they are doing an incredible job. Let us all applaud them. These are Canadian men and women who go to work to serve Canadians. We appreciate their work. We value their work. Mr. Speaker, our plan will bring the public service back down to a more sustainable size. We will do so in a caring and cautious way. Most of these jobs will be lost through attrition, Mr. Speaker. Tonight, families in Ottawa can sleep soundly. We're here for them. Thank you.
Halton Hills North.
Mr. Speaker, the last budget of 2 years ago had a fiscal anchor of a deficit of less than 1% of GDP in future years and constantly declining debt-to-GDP ratios in subsequent years. This budget has a fiscal anchor of deficits averaging 2% of GDP over the next number of years and a rising debt-to-GDP ratio. Will the Finance Minister confirm that his fiscal anchor is weaker than the last Finance Minister's fiscal anchor?
The Honourable Minister of Finance.
Mr. Speaker, I have a lot of respect for my colleague, but he might have noticed that the world has changed, Mr. Speaker, and this is a new government. And Mr. Speaker,
We have 30 seconds left. The Honourable Minister of Finance.
Let me repeat that because I know they like to hear it. Canada has the strongest fiscal position in the G7, Mr. Speaker. Not only we said it, but the director of the International Monetary Fund said Canada and Germany stand out, Mr. Speaker. We have the fiscal capacity to invest. We're going to build this country. We're going to protect this nation. We're going to build Canada strong together.
Resuming debate, the Honourable Leader of the Opposition.
Mr. Speaker, I congratulate the minister for presenting his first budget speech, but he spoke for quite some time. And given this Liberal government is adding almost $10 billion to our national debt every hour, it must be the most expensive speech in the history of this parliament.
Minister for his first budget speech. It was a very long speech. And given that this government is adding about $10 million to our national debt every single hour, I think we can say that while talk is cheap, it's very expensive when a Liberal finance minister does it.
Every dollar that the government spends comes out of the pockets of Canadians. And the more they spend, the more things cost. And that's why the Liberals doubled the cost of housing and lineups at food banks. And that's why we wanted an affordable budget for a more affordable Canada.
This government is the most expensive in Canadian history. Every dollar the Prime Minister spends comes out of the pockets of Canadians. The more they spend, the more things cost. And that's why Conservatives were calling for an affordable budget, for an affordable life, after Liberals doubled the cost of housing and doubled the lineups at our food banks.
Today, the Liberals have introduced the most costly deficit in the history of our country outside of COVID. It will generate higher costs for groceries, housing, and for everything else.
The Liberals have introduced the most costly and largest budget deficit in history outside of COVID. The cost of this Liberal budget will drive up the cost of food, housing, and everything else that Canadians buy. And the Prime Minister has broken every single promise he made just 7 short months ago. He promised a $62 billion deficit. He delivered nearly an $80 billion deficit, $16 billion bigger than he promised and twice the size that his predecessor left behind. He promised to lower the debt to GDP ratio. He raised it, and inflation along with it. He promised to spend less. He's spending $90 billion more, costing $5,400 per family in Canada. And that $90 billion, to the Prime Minister's heckles, is above and beyond the promised $16 billion that he says he will one day find. And if he doesn't find them, it will be over $100 billion in brand new spending to respond to the Prime Minister's heckles, Mr. Speaker. He also promised that he would invest more. His own budget document lays out a graph showing that every quarter of this year will see private sector business investment collapse. This costly budget forces Canadians to spend more on debt interest than on health care transfers. More than the government collects in GST. That means every dollar the Canadians pay in GST will go to bankers and bondholders instead of to doctors and nurses. All while he raises the industrial carbon tax on farm equipment and fertilizer and therefore food, on steel, concrete, and other industrial projects needed to build homes, a big tax increases on homes and food. Donc,
So, on behalf of Canadians who are already paying too much for the cost of this Liberal government to heat themselves, house themselves, and feed themselves, Conservatives will not be able to support this budget.
Instead, our party wanted an affordable budget for an affordable life. And on behalf of all the Canadians who can no longer afford to eat, heat, or house themselves because of Liberal inflation, we Conservatives cannot support this costly Liberal budget. But there is still time for the Prime Minister to do the right thing. We will put forward an amendment that will transform This policy, by making Canada affordable again, it will get rid of the industrial carbon tax, cut the wasteful spending to bring down debt, inflation, and taxes. It will open our country up to opportunity by developing our prodigious resources, clear away bureaucracy to build affordable homes. Nous revendiquons que le Premier
We want the Prime Minister to accept our amendment to make life more affordable for Canadians, to make their paychecks stronger and our economy more independent. That's the approach we're going to propose. We're proposing an economy that's more affordable for our young people, that is safer for seniors, and that protects Canada's promise for everyone who works hard.
full future. For our young people, we want homes, jobs, and hope. For our seniors, we want affordability. And we want for all Canadians who work hard to bring back the promise of Canada. Thank you very much. And with that, Mr. Speaker, I move, second by the member for Edmonton Gateway, that the debate be now adjourned. Thank you.
Mr. Poilievre, seconded by Mr. Upal, moves that the debate be now adjourned. Pursuant to Standing Order 83-2, the motion is deemed adopted and the House stands adjourned until tomorrow at 2 p.m. pursuant to Standing Order 24-1. Thank you.
would say, like, remember, what's his name, come up with it, there's Harper across, Harper, Bill Gates. Basically won the first one, but it wasn't gonna win the next one. So we decided, then he came back. I would say, like, Jody Wilson Reagan, you would win the first one, it's hard, well, you're not gonna win the second. I like the steak tips. That's my favorite. Because I'm cheap. It's also less expensive than most. Yeah, maybe see you later. Who are we waiting for? Carney?
I'm waiting for Frankie Bubbles.
Oh, is he coming up? Oh, to you. Oh, yeah. Yeah, of course. He's waiting for Carney. Thank you. A couple of minutes.
So tell him the shows are back in August.
Yes, I just need to see my family for 1 second. Yeah, I know.
bigger sign.
To say that, you're in the background saying it.
Nothing of that. I should have just gotten a drink.
Who's coming up? Hey?
I can't do it.
Parce qu'elle est avec l'autre, le gars du travail, le noir. Là. Okay, Ray?
Oui, nous fermons pool. Closing the pool, merci. I know.
Make up my mind.
I was like to.